in front of Maelstrom Command. So we're going to continue on. The company you keep. Hail, adventurer. What business have you at Maelstrom Command? I believe you were expecting me. Scarlett, Cerberus, I, our recruitment officer, sent word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! What is it, Private? This had better be important. Sir, we've received a report from the lookout in Lower Lenosha. Sir, Imperial forces have fired upon a Highwind Skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and it appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it. We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Cerberus, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Lenosha is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Garleans do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of our occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. So this is going to be the only episode for this week, as there's going to be the early access of Shadowbringers, and while I did intend for the single episodes in lieu of Shadowbringers be for healing, we weren't really in a position to go to the healing class. We've still got a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll just keep going until whatever happens kind of thing, and then we'll see about healing at some point. I may do it in one of the episodes preceding the release of Shadowbringers, but we'll see what happens. Also note, the next week's episode will not happen, just to take a break and kind of get things going with Shadowbringers. Alright, but for now, let's get to business. So we want to go to the middle of Lenosha, and then we can run up this way. So we'll take the Zephyr Gate to middle Lenosha. We'll be able to summon them out soon enough. Alright, so let's head that way. Now this will also be a bit of a longer episode, so what I'll try and do is get the ball rolling with getting them out. So hopefully, if I'm efficient enough, this should be the last episode without a mount. Hopefully. Though, who knows. And then also the preceding episode, so after Shadowbringers, will hopefully be our first episode, our episode working towards the warrior, because it's the end of this quest line that then unlocks the level 30 job quest, which is the quest that'll get us warrior unlocked. Alright, proceed. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. He didn't run that far. Maelstrom Command sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Be at ease, sir. We are for the Maelstrom. You are Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Cerberus. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. I've never seen a craft with this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Scouting party from Castrum Obsidians, I'd say. Seems they want your ship, engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring. She really was, till this bastard blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in their gut. But they're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. What say you, Cerberus? Ready to give those curs a hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! To ambush! To ambush. An ambush to arms! Boo. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to take out the archers first. Just because they're dealing damage without any repercussions kind of thing. Oh, they have a healer? Ah, it's you. Oh no, you're like proper damage dude, so we won't bother you. Savages, you cannot stand against the might of the Empire. This has gone on long enough. Oh, there it is. Come here, dude. I want your attention. Finish you off. He does his AoE, I'll get this archer dead so our archer can come back. Nope. I probably should have saved it for that one. Where you going? Bucko? Ah, I missed it. There we go. Is that all? I think it is. Yep. Nice. Biggs! Yes, they're named Biggs and Wedge. Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here in a good while. Yet. Cerberus, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an inventor of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't have been for you and the Maelstrom lads, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I mean, you're a dead friend, we both are. Wedge. Thank you, we're very grateful. Alright, so back to Maelstrom Command. Oh, we can actually just go... No, sorry. Here you go, Aft Castle. Basically, the mission that we just did happens regardless. It's just where it occurs. It changes depending on who you choose to ally with. Welcome back, Cerberus. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you are capable of. After you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction... Alright, we're gonna get the money, because... I don't think there's anything that's... Yeah, nothing's better than what we've got. Till sea swallows all. Right, it gives us 300 seals. Okay. The reason that's important is because it costs 200 seals to get the company chocobo. Let us start afresh, shall we? And usually you'd have to work that. So I don't know. Maybe there's some other cost that I need to work on. You're welcome here, Scarlett Cerberus. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is you will be joining. A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against a nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garlean Empire, and solving many of the problems caused by the calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colours has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Merlveb sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the at the oars, for the winds do not look favourable, lass, and strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with this talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labours till her last breath, fights till her last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Cerberus, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? What skills I have are yours, till sea swallows all. Ah yes, the many and varied skills of the adventurer. I have no doubt that your travels have furnished you with such knowledge as will prove invaluable to our cause. Scarlett Cerberus, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve Limsa well till sea swallows all. So basically from this point on, it's kind of a neat little addition. Whenever you interact with, well, generally, whenever you interact with Maelstrom, they call you by your rank. So for instance, if you become captain, they say Captain Cerberus, blah 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 blah. Can you hear me, Scarlett? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Cerberus. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a woman of the storm, you are no less scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. So yeah. So now we're a part of the Maelstrom. Right, now it just tells you about like grain companies, what they are, supply provisioning. So if you do like gathering or crafting, you can actually turn in items that are dictated by the personnel officer. So for instance, no deliveries because I haven't got any crafting classes. Yeah. Here comes the quartermaster to buy stuff. If we go to materials or material, because we haven't finished this quest yet, but we get the Storm Chocobo insurance, which is basically the thing that allows you to have your own Chocobo. So we'll quickly go and finish this quest off, because by doing so we get 300 seals, which is exactly what we need. Generally you had to like go and grind fates and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe they changed it to streamline it for new players. So we'll go to the Waking Sands, but I'll quickly return. I'm actually going to turn that option off, because that's annoying. So, control. So we'll skip the playback of previously viewed transportation cutscenes and housing cutscenes. You go to Waking Sand. Yep. Alright. I think I know what's going to happen. Maybe. Not sure. We'll find out. Edom, Papalimo. Scion of the Seventh Dawn, just random scion. Welcome back, Scarlett. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Okay. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Scarlett. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tatu, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we'd probably introduce ourselves. I'm Biggs. And then I'm God's man. Spit it out, will you? Wedge at your service! I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judgment that we Scions should serve as keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garlean Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Okay, and before we do that, we can go get the My Little Chocobo quest, which will allow us to get the Chocobo. Or it will allow us to start the ball rolling, kind of thing. And then because we're level 30, I don't know if there is a main quest requirement, but we'll also be able to get the capability to get the Chocobo fight alongside us. I think I've gone to the wrong place. No. Because there's the Choco Keep outside there. You go to at some point. Who am I talking to you? Yeah, my little Chocobo. So we get our Chocobo whistle. Well, if it isn't private Cerberus, I must say the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Our duties take us far and wide, and I'll wager you've slogged across quite a few miles of countryside on naught but your own 2 feet. Such a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom deserves her own steed. Let us see about having one issued for you. All you need to do is obtain a Chocobo insurance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you've done this deed, present it to Frasium, and she'll see you saddled up with one of our trusty birds. What's this other one? Oh, okay, probably no longer. So that quest unlocks the PvP for you. So yeah, we've got enough seals off the bat by a thingo. Interesting. Yeah. So now we go to the Chocobo Keep. Okay, so I think closest one's the Aetheryte Plaza. Yeah, so I vaguely remember it being a lot more difficult. Like you actually had to go and grind some fates to actually get enough seals, company seals, to buy that, but I guess they streamlined it just to make it easier, so you know, because there's still a long road ahead, going through Realm Reborn, the post-content, Heaven's Word, post-content, Stormblood, post-content, so they didn't want to delay it so much. Want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your Storm Chocobo's insurance. Oh, there you go. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. Ooh, now comes the hard part. What do we name the Chocobo? And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. Queh. I don't know what to name it. I didn't think this far ahead. I know. Queh. Jasper. Yes. Queh. Let's go. Alright. Jasper. I dare say he likes his name. Here is your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present to you with your Choco Rider's license, as required by law. And that concludes all formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. So there we have it. Yes, we have unlocked my feisty little Chocobo. So usually you'd have to wait 10 levels, but because we're so far ahead, Thanalin. So if we go here, no, where's the, here, Eastern Thanalin, then we can go up that way. That'd probably, that may not be faster. Yeah, it might be better to go to Central, walk all the way down, and then go down this way. No, we'll go Drybone, I think. Drybone will be better. But yeah, because usually you'd have to wait 10 levels before you get it, but because we're so far ahead of the quests, we're already there. So we want to go to Camp Drybone. We will use the ticket because 460 is all. You only have 6k. But now that we have our Chocobo, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So we're not going to ride our Chocobo, we're going to ride our Coral. So this is actually the Realm Reborn Collector's Edition mount. We're rather slow because, you know, we haven't gotten the complete speed aspect. But yeah, this is a Realm Reborn Collector's Edition mount. At the moment it's only terrestrial, but in the Shadowbringers release they're going to upgrade it to a flying mount, which they've slowly been doing to all the other mounts as well. Just a force of habit for me to use this one because it's basically the one that I used from the get-go, and it's always just been habit to have it there. Alright, so we go across this bridge, and we're honestly probably no faster than, maybe a little bit faster than foot travel at the moment, but nothing amazing. But as you can see, we haven't got the first star for the mount travel. Generally the first tier speed is reasonable. This 0 tier stuff is pretty crap. Hunterlog. So close to a level, it might be beneficial to do that. But yeah. Alright, mapping the realm, South Shroud. Alright, So we've got to be mindful. There are slightly higher level stuff in this area. I think further in there are level 35 stuff, maybe? I can't remember. Yeah. It's also beneficial to have this area attuned because the quest for White Mage specifically come from an NPC over in that direction, so it's good to have this Aetherite. So, as usual, attune to that. Oh, someone's spawning in. That happens a lot where the Chocobo will beat the player in. Alright, so let's hit on you. Docket appears to have caught scent of something. The unmistakable smell of a chocobo clings to you, adventurer. Would I be correct in assuming that you have your own trusty steed? Aye, I thought so. Now tell me, is the old bird battle trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of lieu over at Bent Branch Meadows. The Ishgardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine feathered friends. He should be able to help you attain a greater affinity with your bird. Now thankfully I have Bent Branch. Okay. There they are in there. Look what? Greetings, adventurer. Is there something you need? You wish to have your chocobo trained in combat. This is no small request you make. Riding a bird is one thing. Asking it to take hurts in your name is quite another. I will help train your chocobo, but on the promise that you will never unwillingly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Very well. To begin, we will need a bunch of Garleans greens. You have my leave to pick one from the field yonder. Return here when you have it. So, these... I don't know how to pronounce it, so I just pronounce it Garleans greens. But you basically buy them, and they're your summoning item to summon them to your side. So each time you do it, you get half an hour with them. And you can stack it up to an hour, so you can have them use two at once, and you get an hour. And it's beneficial to, if you're just going to AFK in an area where the chocobo can spawn as a combat chocobo, it's beneficial to use a mount, because I find that mount doesn't, when you're sitting on a mount, it doesn't tick down the timer for the chocobo. Have you acquired the greens? Yep. Superb. Then we shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but chocobos are highly fond of Garleans greens. They love the leafy vegetable so much, in fact, they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your birds the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you. And then, once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. You will find that your chocobo innately responds to a number of general commands. Give your bird an order and it will act accordingly, and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Fortump family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. Really. And that concludes your lessons, of course. It is not enough to merely hear about a practice. One must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Summon your chocobo with a bunch of Garleans greens, and together make your way to Sorrel Haven. The bruises that prowl the area ought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of them and return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend you keep an ample supply of Garleans greens on your person at all times. Our resident vendor will be able to provide you with as much as you can carry. There we go. Alright, so, you get one. I'm gonna chuck it there, if I can. Alright. So this will probably be the last quest we do in the episode. Is it you? No. Feather Trader. No. Who was he talking about? I don't know. I don't see anyone that can... Oh well. So where are we going? Over to there. So... go over there. Is it you that can sell them to us? Purchase items. Yep. So let's not spend all our money on it. So, wait, how much are they each? 36. Let's get 1,000 worth. Yep, 28. That'll be about 10 hours or so. How's our gear looking? I might mend while we're here. Alright, now we'll go. Now these might actually be a little bit difficult. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, because it's a level 30 quest, and we've been like content with like level 20 stuff. So are they in here or are they up top? I think they're up top. Okay. So yeah, they can be summoned in any of these areas, and they'll fight alongside you. You can have them fight in various styles or stances, so defender, healer, or attacker. On this character we're going to go healer, attacker, because we're obviously a tank. You can also change their appearances and stuff, and we've got some barding and the like. So we might change elements and saddle to like the black mage barding or something. Yeah, anyway. And as they level up, they get skill points that you can assign. Max rank is 10. And then you can actually go up to, I think it's 20, but you need a special item. You basically feed them this item, and then they're able to go past rank 10. Alright. Yeah. So, we're going to put you in a healer. Ah, it's too low at the moment. Anyway, so let's pull this Uber in. Why is that like that? I hope it's a work. I hope it'll work. Okay. Okay, good, it's counting. Companion skills. Oh, he leveled up. Well, I mean, he only needed 100. So we are going to get it to do Choco regen. And we're going to put it to healer stance. Alright, we'll get it to free stance so it'll still attack, but then it'll heal us if we need it. There's a toad still there, I might attack that too. Sadly, they're not smart enough to dodge AoEs, so you got petrified. You petrified my chocobo, you asshole. Oh look! The thing that we said we're going to attack is attacking us. Alright, that's it. Yeah, so ideally you'd want to be have your chocobo out at all times when you can, because it takes a long time to level them. They gain XP at a significantly decreased rate compared to you, because you know, you can level with dungeons and stuff, but they can't level with dungeons, so their only XP is from combat like this, and this doesn't generally offer a lot of XP. Alright, so now let's go back to Bent Branch. It's probably faster to teleport. You can also change their colour. It's a long process of basically you put them in a chocobo stable. Now, player housing, you can get a stable, or the FC housing, you can have a stable, or if you get an apartment from one of the player housing areas, they actually have a chocobo stable there. If you're in an FC and you guys have a FC house, be sure to set up a chocobo stable, because you can actually train other people's chocobos, and that'll actually gain their XP for them. So you can basically set it so that they, you know, everyone does it every hour or whatever, or whenever you see that they're ready to do it, they go and do it. And yeah, it's a good way to get XP as well. So you have successfully negotiated your first few battles with your chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it not supremely reassuring fighting with your feathered companion? Your chocobo can make up your shortcomings, or build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement each and one another, though some experimentation will come to find the approaches that serves you best. Before I forget, I have one last parting gift. A saddlebag for your chocobo. Carrying guy screens about can be quite cumbersome after all, and there should be sufficient room for your personal belongings should the need arise. I pray it serves you well on your travels. That last thing wasn't a thing, so chocobo saddlebags were not a part of the normal game, they came in later. But basically it's just extra, I don't know if I've said, yeah, it's extra space, 2 extra panels. So you've effectively got 6 panels. The only downside is chocobo saddlebags are not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not indexed, I guess is the word to say. So if you're crafting and stuff like that, it doesn't actually look at the chocobo saddlebag. What I would usually do on my main character is just chuck stuff that I intend to break down into material components. I put that in there. Anyway, what I realized is I was talking about colouring and I completely derailed. So colouring, when they're in the chocobo stable, you can feed them specific foods to increase and decrease red, green, blue. So it's a long process because you feed them once and then it's like I think it's an 8-hour wait, and then you feed them into something else, and it can take a bunch of colours. So if you ever see like someone with a blue chocobo or a green chocobo or a red chocobo or purple, just know that they've spent a lot of time getting that ready. Also, just to show, so if we go 2450 and then we mount, or 2449, and we wait a couple of seconds, you'll see it's still at 2450, 49 or 48. So benefit. Now self-management, we'll do that in the next one. So actually, while we're here with Jasper in tow, we'll bid you adieu. Ironically, I said it wouldn't be a long episode, but it was I said it'd be minorly long, but it seems to be long. Pretty long. So anyway, we'll catch you next time. Remember, next week, no episode. The week after that, and the week after that will be... And then the next 2 weeks... Let me start again. Next week, no episode, and then the 2 weeks following that will be singular episodes like this. We'll be doing self-management in the next episode, and at the end of that is when the warrior quest should unlock, so we'll do that from that point on. So with that, we'll catch you later.